Alright lads, so I've been getting asked a lot on when I think the 6th anniversary is going to drop for us over here on the NA version of the game, and usually I wouldn't make a video on when I think this release date's going to be because, you know, when it comes out, but it's getting to the point where like 5 to 6 times a stream, which is every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way, make sure you come out for that, but about that many times per stream, I am getting asked by numerous people, hey man, when do you think the anniversary is going to drop? So I was like, alright, you know what? I'll just go through and I'll go look at all the other anniversaries. I'll compile all the data and I will give you guys my best estimate for when I think the 6th anniversary is going to drop. And I think we have a pretty solid idea of when it actually will be releasing. But before we start getting into that, make sure you leave a like on the video and you subscribe to the channel for that daily FGO content, as your boy is always out here to make sure that you are informed on what is going on both versions of the game. Right now, we're talking about the NA version. And admittedly, I understand why a lot of people are just super psyched for the 6th anniversary. It brings a lot of crazy things to the game. Not only does it bring Koyenskaya over here, who basically just changes how we can kind of play the game by allowing buster farming to be a thing, but it also increases the value of a lot of those buster servants. A lot of servants you maybe would never crack out, like let's say Casterku. I know a lot of you guys have not been using him. He becomes a lot more valuable as, say, a free-to-play buster farmer, right? And then you have this really, really good GSSR over here that I already did a video guide on. And you also have a free 5 so that you're able to pick up that I will probably make a guide on sometime in the next week, right? Where you have tons of good options for just picking up a really strong free character. It's just a lot of really good stuff that you're going to be getting. And even if you are, for whatever reason, going to be skipping out on Koyenskaya, you get a lot of Saint Quartz, right? You have the Da Vinci shop goodie bags and everything. It's just a lot of good stuff that drops for the anniversary. It's a very hype time to be playing the game. And so people want to know when it's coming out, because I get it, right? Whether it comes out on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, whenever, right? Realistically, it comes out when it comes out, but I understand a little bit of excitement where you're like, man, but I just want to get my grubby little mitts on Koyenskaya and I want to start buster farming. So here, let's go over some of the stuff that I have pulled up. First and foremost, there's last year's 5th anniversary for the NA version of the game. Now, why is this important? Well, because the same way that they announced Castoria for the 5th year anniversary, they're going to announce Koyenskaya for the 6th year anniversary, that being at Anime Expo. Now, last year's booth was a lot earlier than this year's booth is going to be. It was on July 3rd at 3 p.m., but they still did not drop the anniversary stuff till really early in the morning the next day, right? Assumingly because they were like, it's also more hype, right? It's July 4th. It's a big holiday over here in the US, and they're at Anime Expo. Maybe that's why they delayed it for a little bit. Maybe maintenance was just way too long. Who knows, right? But the reason I bring that up is that their booth this year is on July 2nd at 7 p.m. That's a little bit late, right? If they could not get the anniversary to drop immediately after the live stream on, you know, this date on July 3rd, when they stopped at like 3 p.m. and these generally go for like 1 to 2 hours, then I would expect this to definitely drop at bare minimum on, say, July 3rd for the 6th anniversary at around 2 a.m., same amount of time, because this is like 4 hours later, man. This is way later in the day, and I just do not think that they're going to be ready to just drop the 6th anniversary stuff right after the live stream ends, right? Especially because they're doing it at Anime Expo, and it doesn't seem to be the same as, say, the JP version of the game, where over on the JP version for their 6th anniversary, you know, they were dropping little live streams every single day leading up to the anniversary, and for them, you can see that the last broadcast was on August 1st at 1700 over here, whereas the anniversary started on August 1st, 1900 for them, right? So they were able to kind of just boom, boom, just lead right into their anniversary. I don't want to say that there's not any hope that they might not do the same thing for us over here for our 5th anniversary, but given that we can kind of look at the track record of doing these Anime Expo presentations, I would just expect that it's going to release the next day, right? Like, because it's already later, right? This thing is going to end at like 9 p.m. I'm not expecting them to just drop it, you know, at that moment, because I wouldn't be surprised if they need to go into a maintenance to try to prepare the game for, you know, just the onslaught of people that are going to be flooding their servers, right? They got to kind of get themselves prepared. And so I imagine they will be dropping it that next day, right? Now, could be wrong. They might want to do something really crazy and wait till, I don't know, the 4th, because, hey, we want to do July 4th again. That would be kind of cool to go ahead and do that. But I would see no reason for them to just, for whatever reason, arbitrarily delay the anniversary until the 4th. I think that'd be a little bit ridiculous, right? So that's kind of where I'm thinking the anniversary is going to be at. And I don't really see any other reason for them to just not drop it like after the maintenance, which would be around like 2 a.m. It would be really weird for them to delay it any longer than that. And given the track record of last year's Anime Expo, it doesn't really seem very likely that they're going to go ahead and, release it as soon as the banner ends. Because that seems to be more of like a JP thing now, like where they're able to kind of synergize really well with how they're like slowly releasing things and then bam, they drop their anniversary. Where with us, they're kind of doing a more conventional thing. I don't know. If someone knows the difference between that, they can let me know in the comments down below about like why things tend to be a little bit different. But maybe it is just because they're at Anime Expo, which is like a really large global, I don't want to say like a global thing, but it's a pretty big anime convention, right? It's, I think, one of the bigger ones in the US, so it's kind of a big deal. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. This is kind of where I'm landing up on just looking at the past anniversary stuff. I think it'll just be, it drops at the anniversary and then you just wait a couple of hours. Maybe go get a coffee, go get you a Red Bull, go get you a Monster, whatever will help keep you awake, or be a sane human being and then watch the live stream, go to bed, wake up in the morning, and then summon being well rested. But let's be honest, none of us are going to do that. I'm probably not going to do that either. I might even be streaming at like 2 in the morning when Koyanskaya drops. But again, that's if they do the same thing that they did last year. I'm fairly confident they will. There tends to be kind of like a pattern to these companies and everything. They like to keep their things very consistent. So I don't know why they would just throw a wrench in it. Be very weird, but who knows? Maybe Lisango is like, we're going to be super inconsistent and weird because we want to be different than DW. DW is doing things in kind of this pattern type way. Nah, we don't want to do that. We want to be all over the place. We want to be the sporadic company. You can't even tell what we're going to be doing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably be streaming that when that goes ahead and drops. So, you can come out to the Twitch, which is linked in the description down below, and make sure that you're a part of that. Make sure you can see me definitely not pull Koyanskaya when she releases, because given my Melusine track record, I don't really think I'm going to be getting Koyanskaya, man. I'll do my best, but also make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because your boy is going to make sure that you are up to date on everything that's coming out as the anniversary is coming out. I've already kind of dropped some videos talking about the GSSR, and now this one when the anniversary is actually going to drop. But then, I'll make sure you're up to date on like which 5-star you should be able to pick and everything. And I'm also going to make sure that you're up to date on what's going to be coming out for the month of July as well, because it's not just the anniversary. We also got Lost Belt 6 Part 2, and potentially, I'm crossing my fingers. This is kind of the thing that I really want them to announce for the anniversary. Just give me Nerofest, right? Don't make me wait till August for Nerofest. Give me that early. I need me some more mats, dude. I don't have enough material for the like 5 gazillion units that are coming out right now. So like, if you could just announce a Nerofest early for me real quick, that'd be really, really cool. But you guys can also let me know what maybe quality of life thing are you hoping that they're going to go ahead and drop early. I just want Nerofest. I don't care about any of the quality of life things. The mighty chains and all that stuff are really cool, and the quick card update, that's all well and good and everything, but dude, I want me some Nerofest, man. That's what I want to get. Give me that, dude, because I need me some mats. And I know I just got done farming JP Lotto, but I see myself with quite literally a billion QP on JP, and I want that for myself on global. So I don't know. Let me know all that in the comments down below. But hopefully this has quelled some of your anxiety as to when the anniversary is going to drop, right? I went ahead and just pulled up all these random links and stuff so you don't have to. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. Peace. Late, guys.